talk achievements here right now. Right hand is y'all talking.
Alright, so what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Retro back with another video, and actually I got BlkRambo to the side of me here to explain the Dinomist Pendulum deck. So he's going to give you a breakdown analysis of how he uses the deck and how we run it in tag matches. So without further ado, here's Rainbow.
Video. Okay, what's up, people? Let's get right into this Dinomist video. The Dinomist monsters are pretty rare in Yu-Gi-Oh world. They consist of water attribute, machine type monsters. The pendulum scales are both. They have two sets of pendulum scales, rank 6s and rank 3s. Rank 6 monsters are Dinomist Rex, Dinomist Plesiosaurus, and Dinomist Brachion. Now, if you notice, Dinomist Brachion and Rex are both level 5 monsters, while Plesiosaurus is the only level 4. So you'll be able to mix and match between them so you can get your Exceeds, Synchros, and Fusions out. We're going to move on to the rank 3s for the Pendulum monsters, Dinomist. We have Dinomist Terran, Dinomist Ceratops, and Dinomist Stegosaur. And of course, again, if you notice, the rank 3s have 2 level 4s and 1 level 5 Ceratops. So you have 3 sets of level 5s and 3 sets of level 4s. The 2 most important monsters in this deck would be Dinomist Plesiosaurus and Dinomist Terran. Plesiosaurus decreases your monster's attack and defense by 100 points depending on how many Dinomist monsters you control at that current time. So as long as you have 2 Dinomist monsters in your pendulum zones, it'll always be a plus 300 decrease to your opponent's monsters. Okay? And Terran is pretty much the searcher of the deck. You summon them, attack opponent's monster, and when you destroy it, it'll allow you to add 1 Dinomist card from your deck to your hand. And that's pretty big with this deck. You know, you need that ability to search. So for Dinomist, when you put the Dinomist monsters in your pendulum zones, they all pretty much have the same effect. Protect a monster that is being destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effect. And the way it protects it is that it destroys the monster in your pendulum zone instead of the monster being targeted. So don't worry about swarming or summoning monsters. You'll always have protection with this Dinomist deck. It's made to spam and attack relentlessly. So be prepared for the immediate spam. A couple cards that I just added to the deck were the Draco Slayers. We have Master Pendulum and we have Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. Luster Pendulum is a level 4 light monster. His pendulum scales are rank 5, and it is a tuner, which is pretty big in this deck. You definitely want a tuner in so you can get your pendulums off. And most of the cards you're going to have are going to be, well, half of the Dinomist monsters are level 4. So you're going to be synchro summoning for any level 8 monsters that you see fit to put in here. And we also have Master, the Pendulum Draco Slayer. He's a level 4 rank 3 monster, so you're going to be using him for either pendulums, either in your pendulum zone or to summon your rank 4 Exceeds. And there are a bunch of ways you can mix and match this, because with the Draco Slayer's effect, you can destroy a card in your pendulum zone and replace it with that same card as long as it has the same name. So you're pretty much going to be burning your deck with the Draco Slayers, so you can use them through pendulum summoning, so that you can actually summon so that you can actually use Synchros, Exceeds, and Contact Fusion. Now we're going to go on to the spells, because we just covered all the pretty much the Dino monsters. They're all pretty, they're nice and cool, whatever. The main spell card of the Dinomist deck is Dinomist Charge. Now this card makes this deck absolutely broken, because when it is activated, it acts as a search card so that you can add 1 Dinomist monster from your deck to your hand. It's only once per turn, so don't get excited. And you can only activate this card once per turn. But when you actually use this card in combination with the Dinomist Pendulum effect, it pretty much allows you to recycle any cards that are destroyed. So if your monsters attack and you use the effect of a Dinomist Pendulum monster in your Pendulum Zone, and that Pendulum monster in the Pendulum Zone goes to the graveyard, Dinomist can revive that card and bring it back to your hand. And so it's no loss, it's a +1 needed. You can also combine this card with Wavering Eyes. Wavering Eyes is your quick play spell card. As you can see, it pretty much, you can destroy as many cards in each player's Pendulum Zone, and however many cards were destroyed on the field, the corresponding effect works with the amount. So if you destroy 2, you get effects for 1 and 2. If you destroy 3, you get effects for 1, 2, and 3. If you destroy 4, you get effects for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on. And of course, that works with Dinomist Charge, because if one of your Dinomist monsters are destroyed, you get it back. And if you have more than one on the field, it acts as a +2 and +3, depending on how many. We move on to the Dinomist field spell, Dynamic Power Load. This card is going to be key in your deck because it boosts your monster's attack by 300 and it boosts their defense by 300. And also, the kicker is, when a Dinomist monster you control battles your opponents, they cannot activate any cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So, Dimensional Prison, Negate Attack, cards like that or whatever, null and void. So that's, like I said before, it's really aggressive. So when you get to attacking, just go in and go for it. So of course, this card is mainly based on search, so you want to be able to search out all your cards. You can use Terraformer to search out the field spell, Dynamic Power Load, and you can use Moray of Greed to search out your water-type machine monsters. I know, it's pretty good. So, Moray of Greed, of course, allows you to shuffle 2 water monsters from your hand into the deck, and then you draw 3 cards. So, as I said before, 90% of your Dinomist deck is made up of water monsters. So, this card is pretty cheese in this deck. Let me go on to the staples such as Mystical Space Typhoon, Raigeki, Limiter Removal. That card's broken in this deck, especially in a tag match. Good lord, stupid. Check out the last video. You'll see we had like monsters attack points for like 9,200, like 5 of them just spamming attacks, and it's ridiculous. You also have One Dead Piece. This is another draw card. There's no drawback. You get to draw a card. You don't take any damage until your end of your opponent's next turn. It's a plus, it saves you from getting, like butt raped. And then we're going to go into the extra deck. So with the Contact Fusion, you'll mainly be using this card right here, Master Pendulum the Draco Slayer, to go into Dinomist, the powerful. You'll mainly be going into that with Draco, and you have your 2 Synchros, level 8s, both of them. You have Ignister, the Prominence, and you have Metaphys Horus. So the Draco Slayers are going to be really key into summoning those. You have your Tuner right here, Luster Pendulum, and you have the Contact Fusion for Master Pendulum. And then we also have your X-Seeds. X-Seeds, you can use Cyber Dragon Infinity, number 73, Abyss Splash, number 94, Ice Princess, Crystal Zero, Cyber Dragon Nova, of course, Frieza Dawn, Shark Drake Vice, Shark Drake, Gear Giant, and Castell. And all of those cards are completely obtainable at any point in the game because this deck is so focused on spamming, cycling, and heavy attacks and heavy search. Other cards you'll be able to summon that we have in the side deck are cards like Honor Arc, well not Honor Arc specifically, but C101 Honor Arc. You can get this card with this deck. You can also get Ragnar Affinity, and if you do decide to put either or of these cards in there, I would suggest that you put the base version in the deck, like Ragnar or, of course, 101 Honor Arc, because if those cards, either of these cards die, you can summon that base version in its place. So this deck has it has a lot of power, it has a lot of stopping power, it has a lot of search power, and it definitely has protection. I think this deck has a lot of potential to compete competitively with many of the other decks. in the new format. Has everything it needs: speed, search, power, negate effects. This is probably one of my favorite decks to run. But we're probably I feel like it's better if we just show you. So we're gonna do a duel and just just to show you what this deck is capable of. Hopefully I'll win, of course. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do on behalf of the Great Retro. I'm gonna do a duel. So we hope you enjoy that.
Remember guys to like my Facebook page, The Retro Recap. As you can see here, the link will be in the description. I already have over 100 likes on this page, and pretty much what this page will do for you guys is give you all the updates, but when I'm going to upload a new video, some questionnaires, and also giveaways. So in order to keep up with everything that's going on this channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like the Retro Recap Facebook page. Once again, thanks guys.